Welcome back to McGoo's Views. All right, y'all. So I had to get up here and talk about this one pretty much, right? Now, Ja Rule recently was on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him about the whole Irv Gotti situation, right? Irv Gotti passed away. I did a video of that on my channel. Irv Gotti, hip hop mogul, and everything like that. Definitely, man, contributor like one of the legends when it comes to Murder Inc. and stuff. Anyway, man, Ja Rule, he pretty much said that he was hot about the whole 50 situation, right? Now we all know about the 50 Cent and Ja Rule beef. That's a never-ending beef, right? That beef's been going on since the early 2000s, man. I remember that when that popped off. But at the same time, Ja Rule said he felt a certain kind of way about 50's post. If you guys remember 50 Cent's post, man, 50 Cent posted the day Irv Gotti passed, smoking on that Irv pack with a little RIP tombstone next to him, smoking or whatever. Then, kind of like, ... nah, God bless him or whatever. Kind of soften the blow. But deep down inside, we all know 50 Cent doesn't care. We all know 50 doesn't care, right? And 50 has a certain, he feels a certain way about that. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely past between G Unit and Murder Inc. Real deep past in history, whereas it got deadly at certain times. You know what I'm saying? So, going right into it, man, Ja Rule said he felt a certain kind of way about it. He said felt a certain kind of way. Recently he did, the eulogy at Irv Gotti's, funeral and stuff like that. Him and Irv were real close. They were real close. They were like brothers, you know what I'm saying? But Ja Rule's like, he was ready to go nuclear. He was ready to go nuclear. He was like, it's goofy-ish. I'm paraphrasing. He's like, it's goofy-ish, a lot of goofy-ish. At the same time, he was like, hey, but I'm ready to effing end it. Said it just like that. Is he ready to start back up again? I don't think so. Like he said he talked to Preem, and Preem was the one who kind of talked him off the ledge and stuff like that. But at the same time, Ja Rule was hot. He was upset. Like I said, man, the whole history between G Unit and Murder Inc. Dog. As far as hip hop goes, it's one of the most legendary hip hop beefs. Up there, of course, you got Jay-Z and Nas. I remember that, of course, 50 and Ja. You know what I'm saying? Pac and Big and all that. But that Ja Rule and that 50 beef was serious. It was real serious. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, there were some things that could have happened to Fifth. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent. So you can kind of understand why he feels a certain kind of way about it. I'm not saying that's right, but you can understand why he feels a certain kind of way. The same token, you can understand why Ja feels a certain kind of way about it. You know what I mean? It's a beef that's never going to change, dog. Like I said, these two, it's going to be like this until one of them pass away. It's going to the grave, literally, like the Irv Gotti situation. It literally went to the grave. The same thing is going to happen with 50 and Ja Rule. Like I said, man, legendary beef, two hip-hop legends. At the same time, we all know what happened to Ja Rule's career after the 50 beef. Ja Rule still has some hits, though. Ja Rule still has some hits after the 50 beef. But at the same time, his career was never, ever the same like it was, pre-beef. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that G Unit, man, it was a wave, bro. When G Unit came out, 50, Lloyd, Tony Yayo, like, Buck, man, that G Unit was a movement, dog. It really was. And I think that nowadays it's, I don't know. Of course, the Kendrick and Drake beef, that was serious. You know what I'm saying? That really got, down and dirty and stuff like that. But that beef back then, man, like I said, there were some things that happened behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? That's why, 50 feels a certain kind of way about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why Ja feels a certain kind of way. And it's not going to change. But like I said, Ja Rule says he's ready to go nuclear. Man, do y'all think he was going to drop a diss track? Maybe he would have said something. Who knows? He's like, sometimes I like to, go back and forth. But he's like, at the end of the day, it's just goofy. You know what I'm saying? He's tired of it. But at the same time, I'm like, look, bro, there ain't no fighting this out. There ain't no fighting this out between these two. They truly they can't stand each other. They hate each other. Pretty much just like that. They hate each other. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what happens next. If 50 Cent responds, I don't think he did respond. But at the same time, Ja Rule definitely has the things he wanted to get off his chest. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this news in the comment section. You know what I mean? Do you think Ja Rule was right, for feeling a certain kind of way? How about 50? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there was a lot of real bad blood. Real, not no fake industry stuff. There was some real bad blood between Murder Inc. and G Unit. You know what I'm saying? So how do you guys feel? Do you think 50 is right? You think it's Ja right? Definitely leave in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.